Welcome back once again. I'm clipsvh as always, and this is that Youmu game, or Youyou Kengeki Musou, or Youyou Swordplay Dream, or Youmu Sword Reverie. It's got a lot of alternate titles. Anyhow, when we left off, we defeated Sane with Hiso Tensoku, and we're now moving on. This level, I believe, is kind of like a transition. More like a transitionary level. There shouldn't be anything really special here. It's got no boss. This is it's like a little middle place before we get to the shrine. Still, exploration counts, so we should keep doing that. Oh boy, can we get to 100? We gotta find some enemies. We might not find any enemies soon enough. Although it does stay there for quite a while. Kinda missed it on that one, but... just barely nicked it. Alright. See, it's kinda like, it's these jumps when you're going towards the angle of the camera where it gets kind of difficult to kind of land your jumps. Kind of one of the reasons I prefer to use the D-pad during most of the platforming sections. Some of these pots for the sake of breaking some of these pots. And you see Youmu kind of spins at the end of her combo. Okay, so we need to get up there. Oh, we got to 110 hits. Let's keep it going. Nuts. Oh, well, that's the end of the little bit anyway. Time for Youmu's resolve to make her way through. So you see these big glowy yin-yang orbs, those are going to be important gimmick for this level. You see these kind of force fields all around, and we can't really pass through them. They're barriers because Reimu is a barrier Miko. And for the non-weebs who don't know what a Miko is, that's a Shrine Maiden. So, they're all numbered, for the most part, and each barrier will give way every time we destroy one of these glowy yin-yang orbs. This is another good place you can get a really high combo going because there's a butt ton of enemies everywhere. The best option, I think, is to basically beat as many enemies as we can. Essentially just to kind of get them out of the way for now, and then try to solve the riddle of the Reimu, as it were. Not that either one is particularly hard to do, but it'll be easier looking for the Yin-Yang orbs and doing the platforming without the enemies around to kind of distract us. So, for now, there's really not much to write home about. You know, there's fairies, there's frogs, overweight snakes, crows. Pretty much every enemy we've gone up against up till now is kind of showing up to kind of stop us from fighting the Reimu. There is a yin-yang, yin-yang barrier there, but we'll be able to break that down in just a bit. It's because I came this way intentionally that it's not down. Now this is a glowy yin-yang orb. That'll take down a barrier somewhere else. Not this one, though. And that should be the other one that was in our way. So we get to move on. We have to destroy all of them, and there's a couple of big super yin-yang orbs that we also have to get rid of that big barrier we saw a little earlier. And that'll open the way to the Reimu. Seems I've fallen down here, but that's fine. This is kind of where we need to go anyway, although I'm going to go back up there because little bits and exploration and all that. But for now, we took down another yin-yang orb, which means that's one more force field that won't be blocking our path. You look in the water, there's some big glowy thing. That's one of those super yin-yang orbs I was telling you about just a second ago. You can't really see it clearly through the water, but we'll be able to see it in a bit later. Because, yes, we will have to actually drain this water somehow. But that all in due time. Let's go this way one more time. This time we'll go up instead of down. Now it's another force field. That rather isn't there. We got a checkpoint. That's all good. Platforming on these broken bridges is a little annoying because your landing pad is relatively small. And if you're not spot on with the timing on your jump, you don't get to land. And the worst part about that is, well, you end up dying. That's never good. Alright, so Youmu here is running water somewhere, so we're gonna go find that running water. Also, you have these crows here to ruin your day while you're platforming on this rather precarious broken bridge. And that's not gonna help anything. So we'll cross this bridge. We can jump down, and I want to jump down because there's another Super Yingling Orb right here. Now we'll jump down. And see, when Youmu said she heard running water somewhere, this water level rose. Now, the thing we need to do is eventually figure out a way to get here, but how do we get in there? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna shoot the thing down. No need to go in there when we don't have to go in there. Okay, so we do have to go back this way, because remember, the running water. That would have changed this. Oh, wrong one. There we go. It's probably the only water in the whole game we can go into without any sort of repercussion. Also, only real kind of mapping error in the game, and that's only because of the way the level is shaped. Or the only one I've really noticed, anyway. Yeah, still pretty bad, but, you know, it's not... It's kind of one of the things you notice. I've been told that I kind of subconsciously, purposefully look for things like that. According to some of my friends, maybe I do. So we got a yellow pot here, and that'll be our last skill orb of the game because I messed up and I didn't get a yellow pot in level 2. And level 2 is so far back, and we'd have to start the game all over again just to get it, so... Although, at least Reimu was considerate enough to, you know, kind of keep all these yellow pots in the same place. So, right now, we've only got about 7, it looks like. Yeah, 7 skill orbs. We should have 8. Yeah, so it's morning time now, and we're fighting the Reimu, who, to be fair, is also really tough. Reimu has a few nasty little tricks up her sleeve. She has that little wall where it'll just kind of suck you in and do damage to you. And you don't want to get caught in that, because it'll just do damage to you, and that's not good, because damage is bad, and you don't want to get damaged, because you'll die, and then you'll have to start the whole fight all over again. She's got her little fantasy seal thing going on, too, because she's Reimu, and, you know, she could do that. Surprisingly, I'm having a much easier time with her than with Aya. And there we go, the boss fight is over. And she looks rather dejected in her portrait. Well, we did kind of destroy Reimu's front yard, so I suppose it's only fair. Well, geez, Youmu, when you put it like that. And that's all the time we have for today. See you all next time. Reimu